The death toll in the latest stage of the conflict between Israel and Hamas is rising dramatically. More than 2,800 people have already been killed on both sides. The Palestinian Authority says more than 1,570 Palestinians have been killed in the fighting and more than 7,200 wounded. According to the Israeli Health Ministry, the death toll on the Israeli side has risen to 1,300, with some 3,300 wounded. The years-long conflict escalated dramatically on Saturday after Hamas, which controls the Gaza Strip, fired thousands of rockets into Israel in a massive surprise attack.
This is why we assumed this very hard assumption that she was recaptured, taken to Gaza, probably with her sister-in-law and mother-in-law that were with her at the same house. And we are talking about our family. 3 women captured, are in captivity, held hostage by the terrorist regime in Gaza.
In contrast, a concentration of tanks, combat vehicles, artillery, and other vehicles began this morning in southern Israel ahead of an expected ground invasion of Gaza, where the hostages are being held. The Israeli army has called on all Gaza City civilians, more than 1 million people, to move south within 24 hours. Israeli warplanes continue to shell Gaza in retaliation for weekend attacks by Hamas militants. The ground invasion will be carried out against the narrow and densely populated Gaza Strip, home to 2,300,000 people. The UN Humanitarian Office reports that more than 420,000 people have been forced to flee their homes. Our enemies are evil. Our enemies are cowards. Killing children is a lack of humanity. I can't keep up with the number of people killed. Why are they doing this? I thank God that our martyrs are in heaven, but we are sad. Everyone is sad for the people and loved ones they lost. Continued airstrikes and the cutting off of Gaza's water, electricity, and fuel supplies are pushing the local healthcare system to the brink of collapse, causing a major humanitarian crisis in the enclave. At the same time, Israel has stated that unless Hamas releases the hostages, water and electricity supplies to Gaza will not be resumed. Gaza's hospitals simply cannot accommodate such a huge number of patients injured by the airstrikes. Gaza's power plant ran out of fuel reserves yesterday, so Gaza's medical facilities can only rely on their own generators. In addition, Gaza's medical resources, including medicine and equipment, are already running out. It is expected that many hospitals will be forced to stop using respirators and halt treatments, which will be a fatal blow to the injured who are hospitalized. Tension is also rising on the Israeli-Lebanese border over the deployment of Israeli tanks and vehicles on standby. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken yesterday spoke in Tel Aviv with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, whom he assured of American support in the face of an attack by Hamas terrorists. Blinken also met in Jordan with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, as well as Jordan's King Abdullah. Blinken, in a bid to stop the escalation of the conflict, also plans to visit key allies Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and the United Arab Emirates.